Let's go to the baby goat.
All right.
So Wildes doesn't want to talk about this, so I'll do it. The Patriots, after blowing a 7-point lead to the Raiders in the waning moments, were about to get to overtime. Until this happened. And that's, believe it or not, America, that's not a fan on the field. That's a professional athlete who then got mush-faced into the mantle of the earth. And the Raiders walked off and won.
My God.
Listen, I am an impartial observer when it comes to all things Patriots. And as a Chiefs fan, this hurts me. But Wildes.
What?
I'm just curious. What's more embarrassing? That Mac Jones couldn't even put up the tiniest defense against Chandler Jones, that Jacoby Myers thought that was a good idea, or, you know what my leading candidate is?
What?
That Bill Belichick, after the game, when he was asked why they ran it there, said because we can't throw it to the end zone. Which means
I don't know why he said that.
A professional quarterback. They're not on the
65
25,
yards.
55 yards.
Well, but I mean, you know, with the drop back,
Let's call it.
a few yards into the end zone.
No, you couldn't. Because the greatest coach ever
He
says.
has to be able to.
Little bitty baby hooves.
Why did he say it then?
His hooves do affect sometimes the trajectory of the
Wild.
I agree, Nick.
How you feeling this afternoon? Let me take this Raiders jacket off.
A few things. And I'm going to throw these to Coach. I've got a lot to get off my chest. First of all, the quarterback responsibility narrative has just run wild. Zach Wilson got hit with it, and now you got the poor baby goat up there saying, you know what, it's on me. I should have tackled Chandler Jones, who is listed at 6'5", 260. Mac Jones has to do a lot of things. Tackling Chandler Jones is not part of the issues that you need to take on to yourself during the game. Finally, Coach, this is what really upsets me. The Patriot Way is just a distant memory. It's like me going to the carnival as a child. Like, I remember it, and it was good times, but it wasn't recent. And when I go over there to where we used to have the carnival, it's now like an industrial park. So here's what's going on. And the Patriot Way used to mean a few things. Smart football. Penalties were tied for 10th. Third down percentage, we're 29th. Red zone touchdown percentage, we used to have a pretty good offense. We're dead last. Those last two are the worst of the Belichick era. And Nick has a lot of proprietary algorithms. I have one too, Coach. I crunched the numbers on this. The Patriots this season, plays? Lots. Most in the NFL. So, although everybody wants to make fun of me, I'm actually have come to a place of acceptance. I feel like the Patriots dynasty is officially over now.
You don't say.
Well, I feel like this play was the culmination of the steady erosion of excellence that New England personified for decades. And that is over, but we had a good run. So
great run.
Cheers to the New England Patriots dynasty. We're done.
Wow. That's rough. Look, I do agree with Mac Jones. He should have made the tackle. Okay, he's a pro athlete.
Thank you.
Do not be serious.
Could Tom Brady have made that?
Hold on a second. 100%.
Let him go.
And look, he's coached by a former defensive coordinator. They're probably covering tackling and how they do it. That should be a strength of the offensive players. There should be no interceptions that go back for a touchdown. We did tackling drills. We'd incorporate
with quarterbacks.
We incorporated everybody. Look, they wouldn't bring them to the ground, but they thump them up. We had the kickers do it, the punters do it. We're talking about to win the game. We're not talking about some random interception in the first quarter. We're talking about to win the. You just got to bring them down.
And we've seen Mac trip guys do dirty. Just get them on the ground.
Well, look, you gotta say it never should have happened. First of all, it never ever should have happened. And we spent a ton of time on situations, on playing good footballs. And the key thing was always the starting point is don't lose the game. Okay, more games in the NFL are lost than they are won. And with New England, we were always not going to lose the game first, and then we were going to win the game. And how many times over the years, Wildes, would you see where other teams would lose the game?
Yeah, that's
and so that part.
It seemed like that was happening yesterday when the Raiders threw the pick six. It seemed like you guys were going to win a game you didn't deserve to win because
we
the
played
Raiders
poorly
were
the whole game. But you know what? What's the West Coast spread? Before you know how to win, you got to stop losing. Is that it?
Before you can win games, you can't lose the game.
There you go.
It's so that's frustrating. And the penalty aspect of it, I think they're like 30th over the last 3 games in penalties, so that's a frustrating component of it. takeaways, the takeaways this year, they're maybe 24th or 25th in the amount of takeaways that they've had. That's very uncharacteristic too. So it's frustrating to see that component of the team. You're going to have issues with quarterback changes and the offensive coordinator, all that I get. But the self-inflicted wounds, to me, is the biggest problem.
Look, I'm with you guys on how bad Mac looked on that last play, but it is on, to me, Jacoby Myers.
Yeah. That's terrible too.
Right. Like, I don't even know. We get the whole pitching and they shouldn't have done it because it was a tie game. But where is he even throwing it to?
But
I mean, at least Stevenson, and that was bad too. But like,
he
what is
believes
he
in Mac
doing?
Jones.
Why
like
would
I
he?
do.
And he said that. He said, "I was looking for Mac." What was Mac Jones going to do with it?
Well,
what in the world was he going to do
Stevenson
with
should
it?
have never pitched in the first.
He was wrong, but
I
I just think Jacoby was worse. But Wildes, I got to hit you with this.
Is this
It's
nice?
probably the last time no, it's not. But it's the last time we'll see this.
Okay.
Because all summer, I mean, Mac was getting strong. He was.
Oh,
you
yeah,
showed
you
us
made
this
us look at
all
this.
last
He looked great.
season,
All year.
right?
What those
happened?
muscles for?
That guy looks like he could make a tackle.
Yeah.
It really does, man.
So what? I don't get. That's what baffles
You got to get that
me.
shirt fully saturated.
It
You
looks,
gotta-
I'm starting to think that was Photoshop.
Wild.
How dare
Like, that's not his body. That's somebody else's body in his
all
head.
natty.
And it was prior to that play. It was one of the worst quarterback games of anyone's had all year.
Yeah, it's kind of getting lost in the sauce.
It was 13 of 31
He's
for
lucky we're not
110
talking
yards or
about that.
something, and the majority. And that last drive, they should have been able to get closer than they had the ball with 14 seconds left at the 45.
Yeah,
you get another 12, 13 yards, and the best player on the Patriots, Nick Folk, might have a chance to win them the game. And instead, they didn't even get the kickoff. So listen, right? If Baker Mayfield
No.
throws one touchdown tonight, he moves ahead of Mac Jones on the season. Baker's been benched and played for two teams. Mac is still only leading Bailey Zappi by 2 touchdowns.
It's not his fault. It's Matt Patricia's fault. Everybody knows it. That's what it is.
They do need it.
Was Matt Patricia not there when Zappi was lighting him up?
That's a fair
I don't
point.
think we can end the segment on that. That's a comment. That's
A rough segment.
not
I'll
to
be
talk
honest.
about.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on